Heavy.
I had to run upstairs, man. Am I breathing heavy like that?
Hell yeah, you over there wheezing.
No, I ain't smoking like 11 days now.
I don't know. I be worried. You be going offline. I be thinking to myself like, Trap over there back smoking.
Nah. I ain't smoking. If I go offline nowadays, it just be because the kids might come through or somebody talking to me or something like that. But it don't be the smoking no more. It's 11 days, man. I'm good though.
Straight.
I'm straight.
How you doing that? I mean, that's a big commitment. And
Cold
shit
turkey.
To not be
Cold
smoking.
turkey too.
I
Reading
see.
this book called The Easy Way.
Easy
You know
way.
what I'm saying? The Easy Way. And it said after you read the book, it's a 30-day book. After you read it, you're supposed to coast off and it's the easy way. The easy way to quit. What's that?
You want to quit smoking?
Yeah. I wanna just show this. I like doing shit like that just to show discipline, man. I got discipline to do something that, you know what I'm saying? No nothing control me like that. You know? So I choose
like
something.
weed was getting out of control.
It could happen. Could happen. Because people like you would think, you gotta smoke. Because if you don't smoke,
don't make this nothing about me. I don't got nothing to do with this.
If you don't smoke, you start acting cranky. Now you act like your normal self. You know what I mean?
This don't got nothing to do with me. Don't try to put this on me. I don't know how I got into this.
I had to, though.
Why you had to?
Just want to. It's been a long time, man. I'll go back when I'm ready to go back. I had to start the New York for something different. Like you doing the food thing. I figure I'm gonna do that.
This is more permanent for me. Like it's more permanent. It's weird is I can't put the comments on the screen. I don't know why.
It's a one-click thing.
I know it ain't here though. Hold on, let me get this thing right. It is not here.
What up, table? I ain't got my glasses at. My glasses right here. Put my glasses on.
Where is that thing at so I can make people see their comments, bro? This is whack. I almost think people need to see their comments. We got camera settings, and all that. We're gonna get into it. Just hold up. Let me make sure people can see y'all. You can see your damn comments, okay? Hold on. I don't know, cuz why y'all can't see y'all comments. This shit turned down today. Edit. Huh. Wonder what's going on, cuz they not letting me.
They leave in comments too.
I know, cuz I'm trying to get to it. Just hold on. Like slow right now. Something is not coming to me.
What up, y'all? DSP, what up? Fatima, what up? Lex, what up? No Cub, what up?
Hold on, stereo recording. Key layouts. Why is the shit not on the screen?
Like button, Loon. That's right, man. Tapping in, King. What's happening?
It gotta be like a shortcut, to show the comments or something.
It's usually right there. I mean, I can't see it because
I know it's usually like a little switch you flip.
Wendy, you caught another live, Wendy. That's right, Wendy. You got here on time. Where my trappers at?
Please stop calling people that. Please don't divide the damn.
Where all the trappers at?
Please don't divide the table, bro. Why are you dividing the table?
We ain't dividing the table.
We just sitting on a certain
side of the table. We just sitting on a certain side of the table.
That's the problem with black folk now. Y'all always trying to divide something. As soon as you get going, where's my side of the base at? It's just a table, bro. It's just a table. They got all kind of cool shit right
together. They added mad shit onto it. That's why.
Y'all need to go through all this shit, cause this shit is
Twiz, what up,
crazy.
Twiz? It's lunchtime.
Okay, I should be able to post all of the shit, and it's not allowing me to.
Mika, what up?
Okay, somebody tell me, feel me, how to. It got to be a shortcut to make the comments come on the screen. Coach, what's the deal, man?
Coach not here? Oh, Coach. All right, Coach. What up, Coach?
What's up, brother?
Because I can't see the comments on the. The comments supposed to be in the picture, so I like when people watch, like when they watch the post version of the stream, the comments show up on the screen. So I kind of like that, and I don't even like how it makes me feel. It's not. I don't know if I didn't
one
do
click.
it.
It's like one. But listen. It's usually on. All right, if I can remember it right, it's usually on the top of the screen. Where the comments at, it's like a little switch button right there that goes, see comments on the screen. It's not there.
No.
I don't know what's going on there.
Anyway. Chip, right? No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here, noon, Pacific Standard Time. 3 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. Most of y'all back at work. Feel me? I hope you enjoyed your Christmas break. Lunch hour about to get you through your lunchtime right now. Like this if you on motherfucking YouTube. You're on Twitter, retweet this link. If you're on Facebook, share this post. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. Got a couple episodes dropping this week. Make sure you tap in, No Ceilings. Go to Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, and anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. And we're going to get this thing cracking. 7 years ago, coming out of all of this studying this hip hop thing, right? I got a fundamental understanding about what hip hop was. I think I've been telling this story for a while. It took me obviously years and years of existing, right? All this time, right? I grew up with the art right next to me in the culture, but I didn't ever feel comfortable with saying this is what it is by definition, right? And I understood that. But in 2011, when I start down the journey of record making, right, and then I get into what culture is and I get into what marketing is, I finally started to understand what hip hop was. And I got a baseline understanding, right, which is where I came up with the idea, street urban culture personified through the arts or elements, right, authentically. And I ran it by some hip hop legends. They all thought it was cool. They agreed with it. They thought it was a good understanding. I mean, Chuck D from Public Enemy once said hip hop was the ghetto CNN, or rap music was hip hop's, was the ghetto CNN. So it's a lot of things that are liked ideas right next to it. It's a lot of things that are like-minded ideas that sit right next to it. So it's not kind of my own thing. It's based off of studying and getting through all of the music to make sense of it. So I came up with it. And I had this conversation with Charlamagne the God in 2019, and I was explaining it to him on the Breakfast Club. And I got it. It sounded crazy, but it made perfect sense. And I ran through multiple tests to get to this point to make sense. All right. During that time, he asked me, were certain people hip-hop based off of my understanding? And one of the people's name that came up was Drake. And I'm like, oh, no, Drake's not hip-hop. He's a pop artist that makes rap records. That's how all of this madness started, right? And now at this point, I've went through all of the studying and going back, right? Going back and forth, checking it out. And he's actually said the same thing multiple times, right? He said the same thing, like, I'm a pop artist, I just rap, right? He said this a million times. So I didn't really think much of it. I thought, okay, cool. Even when I said it. But obviously there's a lot of people who feel like their vested interest in hip hop, right, is through this artist. So here we come with the dilemmas, right? And even this morning I had a conversation with a brother on IG in the DMs, and I explained to that brother, he said, well, what makes him not hip hop? And I said, oh man, I said, he just didn't grow up in street urban culture. And he said, so somebody got to grow up in the ghetto? And I said, no. I said, the culture, right? The culture is created in the ghetto, but no, like LL Cool J probably wouldn't be from the ghetto parts of Queens, but he grew up in the culture, right? Run DMC, LL Cool J grew up in the same neighborhood. Now, that's more a Trap's idea. Trap would know if that's the ghetto version
No,
of
it's the
Queens.
it's the hood though. It's the hood.
It's the
I'm
hood,
about
right?
to say
Which,
it's the hood, yeah.
right? So the culture comes from these places. We grew up in the same set for Carson, same set for different places that are not necessarily the ghetto, but they have the hood, right? And then the culture spreads there. And it's a simple idea, right? So I'm explaining this to this man, and he keeps resorting, right, back to the same idea. Well, you got to be from the hood. I'm like, no. You just have to be raised in the culture. It's not a big deal. Like, right, there are tons of people that live adjacent to the hood or to the ghetto, right, that grow up in the same culture, whether their parents, right, whether they're best friends at school, whether they go outside and hang out with people, but they are raised in the culture. I don't think it was ever a slight, right, to say that this is what it is. I never thought to myself that this was a slight. I thought that was a cool thing to say, right? Because obviously hip hop manifested in the ghetto, right? And that's the consistent idea of culture, right? That's what we all represent. That's how we talk, the way we talk, the term ops, the term trenches, all of these things come from the ghettos of Chicago.
I asked one time before. I asked him. I said, Joe, can you tell me something that hip hop adapted from the suburbs? You know what I'm saying? Like, was there anything? Like, if you can name one thing for me. Person can name nothing. You can't name nothing. It comes from the people, come from necessity. People, what we did. I remember one time, Rashad said to me one time. He said, Joe, before hip hop, the record player was in the appliance section.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Like, he moved over to the, you know what I'm saying? When hip hop came around within it, B. That was the realest shit I heard. That was real shit. Yeah.
So I didn't think that was a big deal, right? Because again, a lot of us, even the people that don't grow up in the ghetto, we still grow up in the culture, right? Maybe it's your mom, your dad, maybe it's going to blah, blah, blah. But somehow you start to think immediately, right, about what hip hop is. And I think since we started this Gatekeepers podcast, shout out to the Gatekeepers podcast. Make sure y'all tap in GTKP RS, the Gatekeepers. Also, we got the group chat, Operation Group Chat going back again. Make sure y'all tap into that. I got to keep the inmates all right, bro, because the inmates is running wild. Inmates is running wild, bro. So it got to be some level of warden. It got to be some level of general to keep these niggas under control, because they'll just sell us out. And they don't mean to. They just can't help it. It's been so innately, feel me, that it just, we don't have a level of gatekeeping for something that's so precious. And that's what I'm telling a brother. He's like, he's offended. And I'm like, fool, like, we need to protect this. He's trying to convince me, well, as long as you listen to the music and you kind of regurgitate the ideas of the music. And I'm like, that's not what hip hop is. Hip hop is outside, right? If your mom and dad grew up in the culture, then it's inside your house. But you have to go outside usually to get what's happening, and you have to be raised in it. And his point was, you know what? It's not fair. And I'm like, it may not be, right? I grew up partaking in different things of Cholo culture, right? Mexican people's culture. I'm not a Cholo. Tons of things that I enjoy, right? And I do in my life because I grew up adjacent, but I'm not a Cholo. Hip hop is a burden. It's a responsibility. It's a weight placed on your shoulder to represent. And you have to represent people. You don't get to escape the representation of people because they get to hold you accountable when you don't represent. That's what culture is, right? It's the burden of lifestyle. It's how we live. And as I explained to homie, I'm like, yeah, bro, like, it's solid, homie. You know what I mean? Like he was like, so what culture did he grow up in? I said, well, he grew up Jewish. He's like, so people can't grow up Jewish in hip hop? I'm like, sure they can.
Yeah.
People grow up inside their house Jewish, and then they walk outside and here is street urban culture. But I'm like, that's not his experience, right? He grew up inside the house, outside the house, and at school the same way. I never in my life one time thought it was an insult. That's on Olivia, because never in my life did I think that was an insult. I always thought that was a fair assessment of a really talented person. Somehow everybody turned it into an insult.
You know, I think it is. I think when they hear us say that he's not hip hop, is they hearing us say he's not cool. You know
He's not, but he's not even cool.
That's what it is, though, bro. They want to say, cool. No, he's cool. He's cool. What you mean he's not hip hop? He's hip.
Hey, do y'all think Drake wanted to be hip hop after he heard that he was? After he heard a bunch of people saying he wasn't hip hop? Because he came out and said he wasn't hip hop. Said he was pop. It seemed like he got a little offended after everybody else said he wasn't hip hop.
No, I think he always understood he was pop. He understood he used rap as his tool. He understood he used what we do as a way to communicate ideas to us. Right? He understood it. I thought it was obvious, especially when I started to understand. I'm like, oh yeah, he's pretty straightforward about what he do. And somehow along the line, that became a problem. And it's like, I don't think Drake ever presented himself to be cool. I just don't think so.
You don't think he presented himself to be cool?
No. I think he genuinely said, I am trying to communicate an idea to people. And I'm going to speak in their language. And I remember he said, the dude I was talking to me on IG, shout out to homie, solid dude. It wasn't like he was disrespectful. It was just an honest conversation. And I really appreciate that.
He give everybody a chance.
Not everybody, but if you blessed enough, to come across my realms and we politic, I'm going to give you genuine, you are a
true messenger, B. You are a true messenger, B. For real.
I don't know about that, but I'm saying I gave him the honesty.
He passed the word, Coach. He passed the word on, B.
And he asked me,
heathens to all heathens, to the smallest little small. Pass the word to them, B.
His shepherd. He's a shepherd.
He's a shepherd. The hip hop shepherd, B.
Hip hop shepherd.
Anyway, so he asked me. He said, "Well, give me an example." I said, "That's like." During this battle, right? The last battle that just passed, when he said, the West Coast, y'all do fades, right? I'm handing them out. And I'm like, we don't do fades, right? We run fades. And I'm explaining this to him. We don't do fades. We run fades. We shoot fades, right? We might even give fades, but we don't do fades. And he was like, man, G. And I'm like, you don't get it.
He thought only the barber do fades. That's it. Only the barber do fades. That's
right.
But wasn't that super Drake thing to say though?
Yes, it would be the thing you would say if you're not familiar with the lingo, right? You understand fade as the word that's slang, but you don't understand it's the context that makes it what it is. It's not just fade, it's how you know what I mean? How you use the term, right?
He don't know how to use it, right?
And I get that nigga a fade. Man, I shoot that fade. I shoot that nigga's fade. That's how we talk. So it's the context of the words, but you have to be vested in the culture to understand that. It can't be something that you heard in the song because you can hear it and you be like fades. And then you take that, right? But you don't understand it's the word before, right? We run fades. Now, in a regular English language, run fades could be like you're running away from a fight, possibly, if you don't understand what's being said.
That's probably what Drake heard. If you say run fade, he probably would think that's what that meant. Like, yeah, he's running away from the fades.
And that's the just thing about hip hop, using the terms fresh, right? Fact, all these different ideas that hip hop has popularized. There's things that we understand how to use them innately based off how we grew up. So to me, it's like an obvious thing. And I don't think it makes him any less or any more of a talent. I just think here is the facts. Here are the facts. The facts are this. And so it's like every time we had this conversation, right, Trap, I'm always be like, what do you know about Toronto street urban culture? Like you've gotten art from this person for 17 years at a high level. You've gotten art from this person for 17 years at a high level. 17 years. 17 years at a high level, you've gotten art. I'm talking about music videos. I'm talking about records, albums, collabs, features.
17 years?
17 years. Actually, 18 years now.
Damn. 18? Damn. Okay.
And I always ask these questions, and it'd be simple questions. Shout out to homie Mr. Fresh, because Mr. Fresh here, and I know he with the owl movement, and I get it. It does sound like I'm being a dick, and I swear to you, cuz I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying here is something that we should protect, and this is how we protect it. So I would ask everybody the same thing. If I asked the lunch table, right, I said, hey, man, here are some lessons in street urban culture that you got through the arts, right? If I ask the lunch table, y'all can all comment at once. I don't care if you super chatted, feel me, any of the above, right? It's all love. What kind of car do people from Los Angeles, street urban people from Los Angeles drive? What would those cars be called?
Give us some
Fill
time
up
to
the lunch
answer.
table.
Give us some time to answer.
Fill up the table. Tell me what kind of cars West Coast people drive. What are they called?
Let's see what we got here.
What would Drake answer be right now?
Low riders.
Right? You see that, right? Lows, right? Six folds.
Okay.
Right? Six folds.
Okay.
Low riders, right? Lows, whatever you want to call it. Whatever terminology you got, right?
Hoopties. It said hoopties, classics.
Right? Solid.
Okay, lows.
Okay,
low
right?
riders.
What kind of cars do brothers from street urban culture drive in Miami? Right? That's a question to the table. What kind of cars do brothers from Miami drive? Right?
Ain't nobody driving no whips in Miami. Cut it out, y'all.
Yes, they are.
Whips.
Right? There you go.
What
kind of whips? Whips is just a lingo, but whips is just a lingo, right? So they call dunks, right? I see y'all saying that dunks.
Yeah,
right?
dunks.
Fine. What kind of cars? What's the title of a car that people drive in Houston? How about in Houston? In the city of Houston, all this street urban culture we got, right? All this representation of that version of Texas. What do you call? Slabs. I see somebody say slabs, right? Slabs. You hear them saying slabs on swingers, right? On these
buckets,
right? Boom, they doing their thing. Tell me what that is for Toronto street urban culture. 18 years of music, 18 years of art.
Drake.
Tell me the same thing for Toronto.
Drake said they rolling on fades out there.
Here, I all shout out to every owl fan
rolling on cruisers.
That fuck with me. Tell me, what do they drive? 18 years. 18 years.
Rolling on them fades.
Rolling on fades.
18 years. They do have some. You don't know because you're not getting them from that person, because that person's not a hip-hop act. They're not an act. They're not a product of street urban culture in Toronto. The reason you don't know, even though you have 18 years worth of material, because that's not what he represents. He's a pop artist. He'll tell you about a lowrider before he tells you about what's happening in Toronto street urban culture. Here, I got some more questions. Fashion. Let's go to fashion.
Come here.
Right? Let's go to fashion. Right? Let's go to fashion. What kind of pants do people on the West Coast wear? As far as Southern California gang, street urban culture, give me the name of the pants. What brand pants do they wear?
Oh, Dickies with a crease?
Right?
What you wearing? I don't know. Dickies, right?
Dickies, right? Everybody say that. Shout out to the table. Dickies. Here's a test for the table. Super chatted, however you want. Dickies. Got it. Dickies. Cool. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Dickies. Okay.
All right. What kind of glasses, fashionable glasses, do people wear in Detroit? What are they called?
I need to give me a pair of those for real. I'm giving me a pair of those.
What kind of glasses? Glasses that people in Detroit wear. What are they called? There you go, Daddy. Yo. There you go.
He said it.
Asking y'all hip hop. There you go. Super chatted in.
Said buffs.
Buffs, right? Got it.
Buffs.
Right. What kind of shoes?
I ain't got.
No, we ain't even go there. We ain't gonna do that. Right?
Damn,
okay,
I ain't got none here right now.
All right. Okay. So give me what type of pants are popular in Toronto street urban culture? What kind of pants? What kind of glasses?
Skinny jeans.
I was about to violate them. I say pom pom shorts.
How about that? All 18 years worth of music, 18 years worth of art, 18 years worth of music video. You know why you don't know? Because this person doesn't represent street urban culture in Toronto. That's why you have no idea. You knew that the first time you saw Snoop Dogg, you knew that. You knew that, period. The reason you don't know that with this specific artist is because they are not a part of street urban culture. Here's the last test. What kind of shoes are popular for street urban people in New York City?
Trap, you got some Timbs on right now?
Nope, not right now. I got some ready. I got some ready. You already know I do.
How about
some
that?
Butters.
How about that? How about that? How about that? New York City. What kind of street urban shoe? What brand of shoe are they wearing that's popular? Right. Y'all can go through tons of them. Right. You could do Tim's, Uptowns, all that. Right. How about in Los Angeles? How about in the street urban culture of Los Angeles? What kind of shoes?
K-Swiss.
They used to be y'all shit. Though.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they
used to be y'all shit. It was actually basketball sneakers at first. That was the crazy thing about it.
All right, how about there you go, Chucks, right? Chucks. You got it. Cortez, right? You just naming shoes. How about even in New Orleans? Do anybody know in New Orleans? How about in New Orleans? What's a shoe
Master
that they made
sneakers,
popular, right?
Masterpiece sneakers.
The Masterpiece.
Right? You know about the soldiers, right? The Reeboks, right? The Reebok Classics, the soldiers, right? You know about that, right? You're aware.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, everybody that table going crazy, right? You got the soldieries, right? You got it, right? Shout out to the NO. What type of shoes are popular for Toronto street urban people?
Penny loafers.
18 years worth of art, 18 years worth of music video, 18 years worth of albums from one artist. What is that shoe in Toronto?
Somebody said Bobos.
You know why you don't know? And it's because that street urban scene exists. He is not involved in that. That's not what he does.
Somebody said flip-flops.
He's not a part of hip-hop's scene. He's not a part of street urban scene. That's not what he does. He's a pop artist. He's going to teach you more about us. He's going to tell you the lingo of Atlanta. He's going to tell you, he's going to have the motto where you see a lowrider under the Bay Bridge. He's going to show you all of us. He's going to use Big Frida on Nice for What? Because he's a fucking fantastic pop artist, and that's what pop art is.
Big Frida.
Right? It's the things that assimilate to the top of culture, and then pop can reach and grab that because it's so high they can, hey, let me use that. This is why. So again, having this ridiculous argument is simple. It's not even that deep. It's not a disrespect. That's standard for pop artists, bro. You get what I'm saying? It's not like a diss. And I get it that everybody, maybe him, I don't give a fuck. But I'm saying I'm not dissing nobody because that's not what he did. We learned about each other through hip hop.
It's crazy that he's saying that. I don't know shit about Canada's street urban movement, dude.
Because he's not from it.
I don't know shit. I haven't learned shit from Drake about it. That is insane. I do not know what kind of cars they drive.
18 years of music videos, 18 years of album, 18 years of features, 18 years of rap.
What kind of shoes is popping in Canada right now?
18 years of feature, 18 years of videos, 18 years of rap albums, 18 years of being interviews, 18 years of all of this. Since 2008, he's been marketed to the highest level.
I don't know.
And you have no idea what it's probably 100 fucking music videos. And you can't tell one thing.
What you know about Canada other than Canada Dry?
No. Niagara Falls? I don't know. No.
Damn.
Blue Jays. No. Expo still a team?
I've been to Toronto street urban culture. I'm aware because I actually saw the streets of Toronto before. I've actually saw the streets of Toronto. So I know they got their own culture. The problem is y'all think they don't have a culture because of who you keep thinking you're supposed to get culture from, bro. That's the problem.
What I kind of did get, like, not from him though, but I ended up recognizing that though was like the action that they got though. You know what I'm saying? Like
that even started at the end of his career.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You didn't hear that in the first thing. The first song was Toronto, Vegas, or Houston, Vegas, Atlanta. That's at the beginning of his career. That's pop art.
I don't know more about Canada than I knew 18 years ago. I don't know it's Canada Dry and fucking syrup. Like I don't know they fashion wear. I don't know shit about what the That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard there's a big war going over there up there for syrup too. It's like a mafia war for syrup up there. Shit crazy. But yeah, I ain't catch nothing for him though.
So again, I don't think we're getting representation of Toronto's street urban culture. That's not what this person gives us. That's mainstream, right? And I get it. It's no crime in that because it don't change that he's a fantastic artist. It's just saying he's not this. I mean, I don't even think he's a fantastic artist. I think he's a fantastic record maker. You know what I mean? I think he's a decent artist. I think he's a fantastic record maker.
Let me ask you a question, all right? This is a genuine question. So outside of American artists, all right, so now would you be able to say like anybody like you that you pay attention from outside of America that we get what their culture is like outside of America? So like say like a UK artist. Do we get something from them, you feel like?
Yes.
It's a genuine question. All right.
Yes. All right. I know niggas in the streets of United Kingdom wear Nike Tech.
Okay.
That's what they hood people wear. Nike Tech is their thing.
Hey,
that's their thing. And I learned that, and I've only heard 2 or 3 songs.
Yeah.
I've only saw this few pieces of content. I automatically tell you certain things that they do, talk, live, and a million things. Like I get that immediately without ever. I didn't even get 18 years of fucking content from them. 18 years of anything from them.
Hey,
I never got 18 years of it, coach. I only seen a couple videos.
It's crazy because as soon as I hear somebody rapping from the United Kingdom, I at least hear they lingo, like they talk.
Yeah,
like I'm hearing all this shit. I don't even know other than Crody. I don't know shit. No,
and Crody comes from us.
See, I don't know shit. I don't even know nothing about Canadians lingo. I don't even know how they speaking out there. Because every time you hear Drake get on the album with somebody from a different area, he talk like them on it.
That's what great pop artists do. That's what fantastic pop artists do. They assimilate into the idea of whatever's happening.
This nigga Drake talking like he's from the UK when he get on the UK track.
Yeah.
He's from Houston when he get with somebody on the Houston track. I don't know no lingo from Canada.
Yeah, I think that's what G saying. I mean, he's a great chameleon though, B. He's gonna adapt.
He's not a great chameleon. He's a great pop act. That's what great pop acts do. Michael Jackson, Madonna, they all can do the same thing. That's what pop is. That's what Taco Bell is. It's the Americanized version of Mexican food. Like Glenn Bell tasted tacos and was like, man, this is slamming. This is slamming. He said, I'm going to make me a version of this for everybody.
Yeah, that is so wild.
It's crazy because Drake is Canadian Taco Bell and he's American Taco Bell. Like oh
man,
there's really a void to be filled out there though. If you think about it,
yes, we haven't got hip hop at a high level from Toronto yet.
Yes.
We haven't got street urban culture from Toronto yet. We haven't got hip hop from Toronto. We have had different people that checked in, right? We had what's the brother name? Cardinal was dope. Feel me? We got them little dudes. They trying to get going. We're waiting on them.
Tory was from there too, though. Tory was there.
But that he's not hip hop. He's a pop act. Everything he does is rooted around pop music.
I think that's another strike on Drake though, because he hasn't even put on
hip hop.
A hip hop artist. Like if he's not a hip hop artist, is there not a hip hop artist that he could have put on out there?
Sure, there's tons of fantastic cultural phenomenons from Toronto, and I hate that the average American person has no idea.
Not the slightest.
Fantastic pop acts tap into what's hot, right? They tap into what's hot, and then they take at the very top. Like Glenn Bell took the taco. He was like, you know what? I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the seasoning out of it, and I'm going to make it digestible for everybody. I'm going to mass make it. But eating Taco Bell is not eating Mexican food. Like, yes, soul food created the fried chicken. Right? Like that culture, right? That American slave culture created fried chicken. That's part of its soul food cuisine. But going to Kentucky Fried Chicken, bro, is not eating soul food. You're not having, I get it. I get how mainstream America look at it, right? They like, you know what? They got soul food Sundays on Sundays. There's tons of white American and mainstream American people that's like soul food Sundays, and then they go to Taco Bell and they bring home the green beans. They bring home the fried chicken, the mashed potatoes. They bring all that shit home.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
From Kentucky Fried Chicken. And to them, that's soul food Sunday.
No, there's no way. Wait a minute.
I know that for a fact.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Somebody went to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I know some.
And said we eat some soul food tonight.
That's their
and some coleslaw,
soul food.
Coleslaw, string beans, and fried chicken. Soul food Sunday.
I never thought that people thought Kentucky Fried Chicken was looked at.
Why would they not? It's an emulation of soul food.
I just thought people like, I'm about to go get some chicken.
No, soul food. Their Kentucky Fried Chicken is based off of soul food. It's based off of soul food. It's American cuisine based off of soul food.
It's crazy because I don't even, chicken has become so big. I forgot it was soul food. Like, I don't really like soul food anymore.
Yeah,
I look at this shit like chicken.
Yeah, so the average, there's an American family all around this country, tons of mainstream American families, right? That legit go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, and then that's their soul food Sunday. There's tons of families across America, across the world, that go to Taco Bell and feel like they're eating Mexican that day.
No, not can't be.
Yeah, I can believe that with Taco Bell, definitely.
No, my Mexican homies. This how I'd be like, I'm about to go get me some Mexican food from Taco Bell, and I already know this is
that shit pissed them off.
Yeah, I know I know. I'm trying to get under their skin at that point. I'm about to go get some authentic Mexican food from Taco Bell.
Imagine you told your Mexican partner that, man. You know, I'm bringing Mexican food. You show up with Taco Bell.
I'm telling you, that's what I be saying to when I'm trying to piss them off. Like, so people really think it. No, they can't be thinking they getting no real Mexican food at Taco Bell.
They like, yeah, you know what I mean? So for them, that's it. So I get it. But then when you start talking to people that actually eat soul food, it's different. And that's all it is. It's not negative. I hate that people take this as I'm exposing something about somebody. Bro, it's obvious that this motherfucker is not hip hop. It's obvious that's not what it is.
Shit, I don't even know what they're eating in Canada now that we talking about food.
Syrup.
Are you telling me Mrs. Butterworth done more for Canada than Drake?
Yeah.
I think we're talking about, so there's the Canada, the mainstream Toronto, Canada, right? That Drake represents, the average person from Canada in Toronto. And then there's hip hop Toronto. There's street urban Toronto. Like, just like mainstream Los Angeles is one thing, right? Here's mainstream Los Angeles. That's one thing. And then there's our version, coach, of Los Angeles.
Right.
That's not a big thing. Like, Los Angeles is huge. Sherman Oaks is in the city of Los Angeles.
Yes.
Pacoima is in the city of Los Angeles, not the county, the city of Los Angeles. Los Angeles, the city, is huge. Yes. And the county is even bigger. But the city is huge, but that, coach, ain't our LA.
Right.
We're from hip-hop LA. We're from where the street urban culture permeates through the areas. Our version of LA is a small niche group, not the city of Los Angeles. So Drake represents the major city of Toronto. But he doesn't represent the street urban people of Toronto. That's not what he does creatively. That's why he's not hip hop. So I don't know how that became a disrespect, because it's not an insult on his ability to make records. It's not an insult on his talent. It's not an insult on any of that. I've always been open publicly and gave that man all the props in the world for being prepared for his opportunity and seizing it.
But when you listen to Drake's music, do you even still feel like the big part of Toronto's coming? Like when we listen to what's the rock group that's in that from that Santa Monica area? Dude, I'm just thinking about when I listen to other groups, I hear where they're from in their music still. I don't hear shit. Like, when you hear Drake, you hear any kind of Canadian influence in there?
Yes, but I hear mainstream Canadian.
Like, you hear mainstream, you do hear mainstream Canadian influence in there.
Yeah, he sounds like a Toronto person to a degree talking. Like a regular Toronto person, his accent, when I hear him talk, I understand. When the microphone comes on, he becomes ambiguous.
Is that a Toronto accent he's using? He has?
I'm saying when he talks, he don't have a choice. But I'm saying when he's talking, you can hear it. Now, when he's rapping, you don't hear it. But that's actually what makes hip-hop is when the music is coming on, right? You can hear it then. With him, that's when you don't hear it. When he's talking, you can hear it.
It's weird because when I hear Drake speak, it's almost like he's trying to sound like he's from Canada. Like when I hear real Canadians talk, they sound Canadian to me. When I hear him speak, it's like he's trying to mimic a Canadian. Like he don't sound like a real Canadian to me when I hear him speak.
I mean, I'm not upset at that. But I think again, so there's sounding like Los Angeles, and then it's sounding like Coach Us, our version of Los Angeles.
I mean, that's
us
true.
Using this lingo, us popping it, us doing the things that we're saying.
But when you talk to so I know you got homies that are from different parts in LA, like you said, like from Beverly Hills, Santa Monica, and you hear them, they sound really authentic. Like they sound like authentic Santa Monica to me. Like I'm like, this sound like the beach to me. Like this sound like the pier. Like this sound like. But when I hear Drake, I don't know. I don't hear. When I hear him speak, I'm just like, this is.
When I hear him talk, I guess I didn't hear him talk. He sounds like a Canadian person to me, but I don't hear the street urban culture, and that's why I've said he wasn't hip hop. So something else, right? And this is something I realized, right? Because I had no idea again who this little dude was, the streamer dude.
Adin.
Come to find out, he's connected, right? He's connected to this person, and it's like. Your following, the people that put you in the biggest position were Black women from America. That was your initial base of people to ascend you to the highest places. Black women from America.
Are we talking about Drake right now? Or
yes.
Yeah.
All right, because I got lost for a minute. I was like, we're not talking about Adin now. We talking about
Black women from America put you in position. Shout out to Trill for making this point.
This is facts actually too.
Right? That's what puts Drake in position.
Yeah, I haven't
Black
heard this.
women from America, actually even a college base of Black women from America, put you in position.
This is facts.
A Black woman from America was being, verbally lynched publicly in front of people. And you don't reach out to your little partner and tell him, hey, cuz you tripping. That's probably not right. Don't do that. Stop doing that. You should apologize to her. So the source of your power and base comes from Black women from America in college. That's your initial base. That's your initial strength. That's who built you up. When brothers from America was like, I don't know, he kind of soft, bro. You know what I mean? When brothers was like confused, they wouldn't even acknowledge his talent. Right? They was like, it was some homies that did. Shout out to Metro and Stage, certain homies. They was like, man, he tough. But most of us was like, I don't know. Even though we signed to the same label, I could hear the records. I'm like, oh, this is gonna work because this nigga's incredible. But I could see why niggas would be like, man, I don't know, man. This nigga kind of corny. You know what I mean? I don't know. This shit ain't it. You know what I mean? Because you could kind of hear it was like, it was off. It was like, yeah, it was a little spineless in there. Like, damn, that nigga caping.
For sure, corny.
You know what I mean? Niggas like,
cornball.
The sisters from America,
they was loving it.
You up.
They was loving it.
Black women from America was like, hey, you know what? I like this guy. This guy right here is fucking dope. And they pushed him up.
Yeah.
Came across the nice guy.
Off their back. Exactly. There go Trap. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I was like, he's a nice guy. And you guys, all of the brothers y'all are hating.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah, this is fact. Anytime I meet a real super Drake fan, they're either a Black woman or 12 years old.
And Black women from America, especially the college base, especially the Black woman from America college base, pushed him off of their shoulders. Here, you are a nice guy. Fuck what these guys are talking about. We're gonna push you up, and they pushed him up. And then
So-
finally, the guys was like, you know what? And if you listen to most brothers from America, their perspective is like, well, you know, the women like it. The sisters like it.
First thing they say.
That's
The first
niggas'
thing
favorite argument. Oh, man, Drake is for niggas that get bitches
That's
because
it.
women like this shit. So they say it right now.
Mm-hmm.
They
So,
say it right now.
I remember the one thing I remember that was said early in his career, and you seen his downfall when he went away from it. It was the best advice that Lil Wayne gave him. You remember that shit, Glasses?
Sure, I saw it in person.
You seen it in person? He said, "Yo, remain yourself. Don't go off and do nothing. Remain the normal person that you are. Don't go off and do no tough guy shit and all that shit like that." You know what I'm saying? And that's when he was winning with. He was winning with the ordinary man shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when niggas always look at him like that. Like, yo, yeah, he's vulnerable. Like he's a nice guy. Like he's not being tough and this. And that's where he was winning with it. You know what I'm saying? While the ladies was looking at, you know what I'm saying? He was being the person, the Marvin Room shit come out, you know what I'm saying? He's saying how, you know what I'm saying, how he's jealous. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody really putting jealousy in their raps like that, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing, bro.
Green Eye Rap.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was dirty Mac. He put the dirty Mackin back. You know what I'm saying? But the dirty Mackin back. But
So
yeah,
again, it's like that was the base that pushed him. They pushed him onto everybody else. They pushed him onto us. It was like, and to this day, that's how men defend their fandom.
Yeah.
Right now, black men, coach, in America defend their fandom by saying, well, this is what the sisters listening to. That Drake is only for men that get women.
Remember, there used to be somebody in the room that used to say that shit every time we brought the nigga up. Drake make music for niggas who get bitches. Like, what the fuck?
And that's how they defend their fandom. Not, hey, you know what? It addresses issues I have in my life. Not it takes me to places that really help me get through things. No. It goes right down to, no, you know, the girls like it. I go because the girls like it. And when that specific fan base, the source of your power, yep, definitely Mello. Shout out to Mello from Chicago because that's his favorite line.
That's his favorite line, yeah.
But soon as it's time to check your young homie and say, hey, man, you shouldn't be talking about them like that. Hey, man, that's not cool. That dude look a bit crazy, man. You going overboard. You don't tell him, hey, stop that, to the source of your power. That's the source of your strength. That's right now who you're depending on to get cracking. You're depending on him to get cracking, right? You're depending on them to carry you through even this kind of cultural disruption that's happening, right? Because it's not like your success is being altered or screwed with, right? Because you're still successful, you're still platinum, you're still doing this, but the people that you need to get it back right with, you're not standing for them in this moment. That's further proof you're not hip-hop. That's further proof he's not, because I think he knows, so he's not going to touch this shit with a 10-foot pole. He's not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole. But I'm telling y'all, here is the proof to put the final nail in that coffin.
Oh, he definitely can't touch it now that you're saying this. It's going to look really bad if he says something about it now.
He don't got to say nothing up front. He could say it to the back. Yo, bro, just go apologize to that lady, man.
Yes.
He ain't got to be like, ain't got to be known, but he need to, you know what I'm saying? That maybe Adin could say something like, yo, you know what?
Drake called me and said, hey, man, I was a little out of line. I'm not tripping off whatever them LA niggas are saying, all them brothers are saying, but this is my man. This is my man. He told me I was a little out of line so I could come and say, hey, you know what? That's not right. You feel me? And apologize. How hasn't that happened? This is the strength of your base. When brothers was not sure, they was sure of you.
Drake need to fire his PR team.
Yeah,
even if Drake didn't care about the base, the people putting them on, this would have been a great move for him, period. To come out and do that, to come out and defend Doechii, to come out and be like, hey, man, you can't. This would have been a great move for him, period. Whoever's working with Drake, they get it's bad information or bad information. They should have told him about this. They should have, hey, this is your chance, Drake. It's your chance. Get back out there. Say something about Doja.
Mhm.
He blew it.
Yeah.
Again, so when everybody felt it was emotional or they thought I was hating or all this so ridiculous shit, like, bro, that's all of this stuff, clout and chasing and hating. Bro, my intellect does everything I ever needed to do for me when it came down to this business. I agree there are people uber more successful, but man, I pay all my bills. I'm fine. Feel me? I figure it out, no problem. But it's just odd that you can state and run down facts.
Another thing that showed that he's not from the culture is that I don't think he even knew this was wrong. I don't think he heard Adin Ross and was like, he shouldn't do that. I don't think he even thought he shouldn't have done that.
No, I don't. No. I think I'm not gonna do that to him. I think he knew Adin Ross was dead ass wrong.
I don't know, Trap. He probably was like, oh, Adin Ross talking about Doechii.
Well, then again, he did throw a shot at Megan during the I forgot what album that was. But he said some slide slick shit, you know what I'm saying, directed towards Megan on one of them songs. I think that was on the was it on that album? That last album they came out with?
Look, I'm not saying, look, at the end of the day, if you want to compete with a woman like lyrically, which that's odd to me, that's another thing that's very. I'm not taking a shot at a
we couldn't have a Megan Thee Stallion Drake.
Yeah, I'm not going to compete.
Warfare.
Forgive me. Shout out to the female MCs. I'm not saying you're not real hip hop artists. You are. Some of them I really enjoy.
Lex.
I'm just saying I'm not going to rap battle you.
So you would rap battle Nicki if she came at
a couple parts? It's Nicki Minaj. I'm not going to rap battle.
When she catch that rocket ship shit, you're going to have a ball coming at you. When she catch that rocket ship shit, she's going to say, all right.
And I'm not going to be upset. I'm going to think it's cute. I'm going to pinch her little cheeks. That's so sweet.
Oh, my God. Which cheeks?
That's sweet. That's sweet, Nate. That's so sweet. I'm not rap. You know what I mean? It's It's a different respect. So it's different. So it's like, again, here is an odd situation where the strength of your fan base is the Black woman from America, especially the college base. Here is a time where there was a verbal lynching publicly, right? And you don't say, hey, man, or you don't make it your business to make him apologize. Like, even to buy goodwill in this situation, because it don't matter to you. It never did matter to him.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, that's my point. I don't think it mattered to him.
Just never did, bro.
Nah.
So whenever y'all ask me this, shout out to every interviewer in the future. Shout out to every person, right, who wants to talk to me, Adam, different people. What are we really talking about? Like, we shouldn't even be talking about this. We shouldn't even be talking about none of this shit. I don't want to talk about this. Why is this even a conversation with this man doing this and then this turned into this conversation? Why? He's wrong as two left shoes. It should be simple as him apologizing. That should be the standard. I shouldn't even have to interview or talk about this, or people shouldn't even want to talk to me about this. Why is this a conversation? Why do anybody want to talk to me about this? I'm not talking about this at all because it was as simple, right, as this. It's simple. It's not even deep. Coach, what the fuck? What are we talking about? Why do anybody want to talk to me about this? This is simple. Hey, man, my bad. You know what? I went too far. Maybe I was in my feelings, but I'm still on your ass.
We living in a time where the right thing is weird now, though. Doing the right thing is weird. Remember back in the day, we used to know, like, oh, this is a media stand-up. We for sure this is right. Let's stand on that. I don't think people don't understand that no more. We live in a world where I don't even know. And that's crazy. We in a weird time.
That's all. And I'm just saying, we spent all this time. Y'all been cussing me out for years. And I'm like, bro, I can keep saying this 1 million times. I'm not insulting him. So shout out to everybody that I talk about on this stream, because I don't really make it my business to talk about y'all. Like, honestly, bro, like, it really just be my thoughts out loud. I don't get on this thing to insult people or disrespect people. Like I see Act feelings, he felt some kind of way, and it's like I'm not
saying
trying
that,
to
right?
insult people. Yeah, I'm not trying to get up here and insult y'all, bro. And I'm not even trying to make
What?
content. Because I'll be honest, if I was trying to make content, if I was trying to make content, I could just get on here and call y'all all kind of names and then make it a problem as soon as you do me the same way.
I mean, Act felt some type of way the way.
Sure.
People thought G came at him too nice.
Yes. And he still felt some kind
I got people talking to me about how G came at him. We don't like how nice he was about it. How respectful he was.
It was the bar that I dropped on him though. He ain't like that shit at all. He ain't like the I'm not black, I'm Act.
So, but even,
it was hilarious, though.
even with Drake, like, don't get me wrong, I know how to get on this mic and do what I see. I know how to get on this mic and do what I see. I know how to get on this mic and disrespect people, call them 100 names. The difference with me is I actually can make something happen for real.
You know what the crazy thing is? If G got on the mic and started disrespecting somebody, it would feel weird.
Yes.
Like, it wouldn't even feel like G to me. Like, that'd be the most un-G thing he could get on here and just start disrespecting somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be weird. I'd be like, what the fuck happened to you?
I could call people a bunch of bitches.
So you're not saying that. You say you're not saying it. You say you're not saying it.
I'm saying I'm not referencing women in that term.
Okay.
I'm saying I could get on here and call people a bunch of bitches.
B words.
And yeah, that's even
B-word.
cool. I could call
B-word.
people a bunch of B words. I could call people punks and scary. I could do all that. I could get on here and cut a wrestling promo just like the rest of y'all. Yeah, when I see you, I'm going to blah, 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 brother. You know, I could do that too, bro. I know how to
do.
I get how they make content. I'm aware of what's working in the content space. I'm just not doing that. I don't got time for that, dog. Because if I say something to you, I got to make it happen. I really believe in that. If I say something to you, I got to make it happen to you. And I don't got time to be dedicated to making something happen to a bunch of people. People that I said it to, they know that I am. You take that to the bank. So again, it's just, I get what's happening. I'm just not a part of it. That's all. Like, I get it. We all have a camera. We all have a microphone. We do, but what I do with mine is different. What I do with mine is what I do with mine. I'm really trying to learn. I'm trying to entertain y'all for your time. I'm trying to really push your IQs, and I'm trying to have y'all push mine. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get perspectives. I'm trying to build. That's for me to go with the lunch table. Trap and Coach, they don't mind entertaining, but I genuinely think all our desire is to build ideas. I genuinely believe that that's the only reason we could coexist is because there's some level of authenticity and genuineness to who they are.
So did you just say that we like the background dancers or some shit right there?
No, I said y'all don't mind entertaining. Really, y'all the front ground dancers.
Coach Trap, you just you just got us called background dancers. Why you say that out loud?
How did he even come up with that?
Just got
bro, he just said we're entertainers, and he's sitting right here just trying to talk.
You just got us called Oaktown 357 right now.
Yeah,
because you just said that.
but that's what he just said, though, bro.
Hey, he didn't say.
He said that we are the entertainers while he's here trying to build.
I think G's entertaining too. You know what the crazy thing is? When I first started doing this shit with y'all, I was in my mind, and when G used to come up with these titles and shit, and y'all used to go, I was like, how the fuck is he gonna do this? How is he gonna make all these? How gonna have all these substance-based conversations 3 times a week? I said, this gotta be. It's so much harder be having substance than just coming out there and just making content.
It's hard as hell.
That shit is hard.
Because people could see this headline and automatically associate it as if this is going to be a session of talking bad about somebody or insulting. I haven't insulted one person on this complete stream, and that's most of my content. I'm not insulting anybody on this shit because I'm going to insult you in real life. I'm not going to insult you here. I'm going to get on your ass in real life and press my line. I believe in that.
G be so respectful on here that I gotta be in the background calling people bitches and shit. Like, he be on here I'm like, oh my God, hold on, one bitch. He's a bitch. Like, I just gotta say one time, because he be on here he be too articulate with his shit. I mean, I'm like, oh no, just give me one bitch. Yeah, I got one. So I can't understand how I would be mad at him at all. But that nigga was so cool with it.
In my mind, I'm really trying to process how people behave. And I'm like, how would you let this man speak with you like that? You have to find some kind of self-identity outside of this. because I couldn't let people speak. Right now, I talk to people at the table about Act in that same way. I'm like, hold on now, he's still a brother. So imagine a white man trying to tell me about Act. That's probably gonna be a problem. You think a white man can say the type of stuff about Act that he allows somebody to say about me to me?
What if a white man came here speaking all facts of, like, no disrespect, nothing disrespectful, but you speaking all facts about Act?
Yeah, but if he starts to spit stereotypes, it's no way possible that's not facts.
No stereotypes, just facts.
I don't mind
doing,
but I don't mind. But I don't
bad.
mind. I don't mind somebody having an opinion on somebody. I'm saying, here it is. This is just what I'm about. I'm saying I would never allow it. I wouldn't even let somebody like even Adam, because Adam put on T-Rail and AD. I'm like, you can't just, you feel me? You can't just say certain things because I'm going to give him credit for putting on two people that I have genuine love for.
So wait a minute, hold up. Adam?
I'm saying he put on two people, AD and T-Rail.
Yeah.
That matters to me, especially T-Rail. At least with AD, AD was an artist, had a bunch of talent. I didn't even know T-Rail spoke so well to the point where we have Back on Fig and all of those ideas. That's always, I have a level of goodwill. Right. Even if he wholesales the culture, which to me, I get more mad at us for wholesaling the culture to him.
Right.
We should be charging actually 5 times retail to him. But his love, and I don't think he loves the culture. I think he has a lust for the culture.
Right.
Right. And it's like he understands how valuable it is. So he's like, yo, if you're going to sell it to me for $5, I'm going to sell it for 5,000. And then we're mad, like, bro, you taking advantage. But I'm like, that's a choice everybody make. But there is a level of reverence and gratefulness that I'm have that he gave T-Rail a chance. So T-Rail is not stuck in the streets. And I don't give a fuck. That matters. And I said it to T-Rail out loud. I said it to AD out loud. So again, there's a level, coach, of integrity that I try to keep. I burden myself with consistently, being the best version of myself, even with Wack or anybody else. Like I will not allow myself. I don't conduct myself like everybody else. I don't give a fuck what everybody else is doing in the space. You're not going to make me become you. That was the same when I was gangbanging, selling dope, and everything else every day. When I was out every day doing the same thing, when that was my full-time job, I still conducted myself with the same level of integrity. I still conducted myself that way. So even in this conversation, I'm not just trying, I've never been in that space to spew homie or all of that. And I understand in exchange, people don't flock to me. I understand I don't get, whatever those opportunities look like. I have made my peace with, if it needs to come through those 97 doors, I'll pass all 97 of them and wait for the 3.
Yeah. But something that you said that I think people really got to recognize is we got to understand how valuable what we got is. Like people don't understand how valuable what they have until you being colonized. Like until we gotta really understand how valuable what we have is. And
yes.
Yeah.
So again, even in that situation, how I carry myself is who I am. It's not reflective of the space. Like where I stand at for women is not reflective of the space. I'm not one of those when in Rome and do as Rome. I don't give a fuck if I'm in Rome and nigga, I'm African. I'm not doing what Romans do. That's just me. And it's not necessarily productive all the time. It's not necessarily to my benefit all the time. I'm not doing what Romans do.
It's crazy that you said that phrase, because that's a phrase that my mom used to say all the time. And that phrase is Drake to a T. Like if that phrase was a human being when in Rome, because that's that man to a T, bro.
I don't care if right now the synopsis in America is, oh, it's cool for anybody to have opinion and disrespect sisters and all. I'm not riding. I'm not riding. I don't care if that's the cool thing, because they right. Like right now, the video games, calling each other the hard ER, treating women like they like men and all. That's the normal. Oh, we the same. We equal. Like I'm not asking women what they bring to the table, coach. Just bring the tablecloth and a plate. I believe in that. And I don't care which world I'm in, that's not going to change until somebody presents a greater reason why it should. But if it's just rooted in selfishness and what's going to be good for me, because maybe I could be friends with somebody and they could do something, that ain't worth it to me. This is who I am. I can't change it. I can't be nobody else. I tried. I've thought about it, and it will not. I can't look at myself in the mirror, and I gotta look in the mirror every day. I gotta be able to look at myself in the mirror. If you did something for me, I can't just act like you didn't. You're gonna get a lot more of a leash than other people. To my detriment, coach.
No, I feel you. But if even if disrespecting black women become uncool again, and with this situation, I think that's a good start. Like if disrespecting black women become uncool again, like because we got to a point where I thought that was a little. So if that happens, that could be a good start, and maybe we'll start maybe appreciating what we got a little bit more and understanding that it's super valuable. And
I'm with you.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is. But you know, when somebody hears what you're saying, somebody go back and look. They're gonna think this was some kind of roast or a Drake roast.
And I hate that. I hate that any hard conversation comes across like an insult. I genuinely despise that people look at what I'm saying and compare it to what somebody else is saying.
That's gonna happen. As soon as this is done, they're gonna say that somebody else is gonna put this on their channel, and they're gonna be like, G got at Drake again, or G glasses roast Drake roast Drake again. So you know what's happening. Drake, you guys just roasted Adin Ross again. And it's not a roasting set. To me, this is educational.
Not at all. I don't think he roasted him at all.
In none of these situations have I. In none of these situations have I. Hey, bro, this is what I'm not standing for. Don't, like, when I see you, I'm gonna make sure you understand I'm not standing for that. It's not even a big deal. It's not even an attitude. It's not even a care. I'm not asking who. Somebody asked me about that yesterday. Who else is with you? I don't give a fuck if not one other person. But what do you think about other people? I don't care about them. I only care about what he's saying to the sister. I don't care if nobody else is here. I don't care if not one other black man back me up. It won't even matter. We got a problem, brother. You're going to get your shit together. You're not finna do that. I'm going to die for you. I'm going to die if I let that happen. I'm going to go to prison if I let that happen. I can't be on the streets on the planet Earth. Either way, I got to be in prison or I got to be dead for you to get that off.
I'm going to be honest with you. To me, the dopest shit that I heard in this whole conversation, this whole, however long it's been going, 2 weeks, whatever, 3 weeks, whatever, the dopest shit I heard, even the whole, you having Doechii, you know, speaking up on Doechii and telling Adin Ross to stop the shit, the dopest shit I heard was if people misconstrued this also, it was weird, but if I'm standing on what's right, they can't tell me to stop this, because that's a unity thing. Like we should feel proud when that we understand what's right, what's wrong. Black people, this culture understand what's right, what's wrong, and if we see somebody doing something that's right, we're gonna stand with it. We're gonna be like, all right, yeah, man. I mean, I probably wouldn't, but that shit is right. So I can't say shit about it. I can't say nothing about it. And I think that's the dopest shit that came from it. Like, we gotta start being united, have a united front more, man. Like,
at least publicly.
But shit, fuck that. If we see something that's for sure right, even if we wouldn't have said it, ain't no way I'm gonna go against the shit. Like, I can't be like, nah. So that's my thing. Like,
man, I ain't heard 100 people talk about this lady's sexual preference. I ain't heard 100 people talking about what she feel about, you know, men. I done heard a million things that should have nothing to do with what you saw. A million things versus what you saw. They talk about everything. I just saw so much content and stuff go up, and that's why I made it my business to not speak to anybody that's not elevating this idea.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, for sure, the worst thing. I mean, I hated that Adin Ross was talking shit about Doechii, and I think you know, I'm glad you said something about it. I'm glad people starting to talk about it. But the thing I hated, the worst thing that Adin Ross said about that shit was trying to besmirch her for talking about sucking dick. Better not be. No, ain't no way, man. You
It's
better
the
not.
Entertainment piece.
Yeah, no, it's not even entertainment.
I get the fact and the entertainment
Do
piece.
not, do not make that a bad thing. You know?
Oh man,
She's sucking dick. What
You're going too far now. You're going too far.
Yeah, hold up, Adin. That's a bad thing.
Right.
Women start putting dicks away. I'm Adin Ross.
oh,
You get smacked by me also then.
oh man, nah. So again, but this kind of permeates that idea further about why I question him, and I've determined and then officially ruled on he's not hip hop. Now I get it. That's gonna bother some people, right? Because who is this one nigga to tell people, hey, you know what? Who are you to say that? And it's like, because I am the person to say that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this belief that outside of God, I need to be empowered by anything else is just funny. That shit crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. This whole conversation will fall on a level of emotional ears, not deaf ears, but emotional ears. And instead of people digesting the idea or even reciprocating energy so we can build on it, it's going to be personal feelings about where they think they stand at. Yet you could keep seeing different things that show that there's a lack of respect culturally for what's happening from this person.
But those be cop outs when people start saying that type of shit. Like, oh, you don't have to be Bill Gates to speak on situations. Like Martin Luther King, they weren't multi-millionaires, like that shit is. Most people who gonna say the shit that you need to hear not gonna be filthy rich, man, because they morals won't even let them get to that point in their life to where they got billions of dollars and shit.
I guess it got to be true.
Do you understand what kind of shit you probably got to do to get to that point in your life to have that much money?
No, I would imagine something is for sale at that point.
Yes.
I don't know. I just again, like sometimes this is why I don't know if I really want to be in the space, because it becomes like it's like if all your content is just getting took and treated like anybody else that makes content, then people miss the plot.
What you mean?
If they're not going to digest the conversation itself and give it its own merit and its own credence versus a part of like this overall greater thing that they feel like is happening, then it kind of defeats the point of having these really enriched and intriguing conversations that we define and go into, when we go into depth of ideas. Like if I'm explaining why Drake is not hip hop and then I give you logical things, the conversation should be built on that point. The conversation should be building from that place, but it's not. It's built with a bunch of shit that other people said, and I'm like, I can't have that conversation.
Do you feel like you've put together the reasons so strongly that when you're done with the conversation with a person that they should walk away with and believing exactly what you said upon him not being hip hop?
No, but I think what should be happening is that idea should be considered, and then they should be able to tell me something to reposition him, right? And then I should have to think further and be like, damn, are they right and wrong?
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm usually left with is a bunch of people in their feelings. Why I like him? And I'm like, well, everybody likes him. Like everybody likes Taco Bell, bro. I love a bean and cheese burrito with extra red sauce, no onions.
What?
I enjoy it. It's fucking delicious. Terrible. I like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
No.
Yes, I love original recipe Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I don't have to conflate it as soul food for me to enjoy it.
I think the way it goes is like this, though. All right, you could like it now, right? But if you get a chance if you got to make a decision to choose one from the other, so now you got authentic Mexican restaurant right there. Across the street, you got Taco Bell's. You got to make one choice. What are you going to choose?
It depends on how good the Mexican restaurant is. The one thing that's the consistent about pop music, even artists like Drake or Taco Bell, is I know exactly what I'm getting. So like when I can get Taco El Superior, shout out to the homie Patron, Concrete, and the homies, and I know the meat is fresh and everything is on point, I'm going to get Tacos El Superior. But when I'm somewhere and I'm not quite sure how the rest of this shit finna be, feel me? I can always get that bean and cheese burrito. Like I don't get a Taco Bell. So here's something else, right?
I think it's his day off right now. It's his day off right now. That's what it is, though. Too.
No, I'm straight. I'm saying I don't get Taco Bell to satisfy my Mexican food cravings. I get Taco Bell when I want to save a little bit of money, and I want a bean and cheese burrito.
Mm-hmm.
It. I can get 3 bean and cheese burrito, 2 of them for $5.
That's like $4.50 too much.
You know what I'm saying? I don't go get KFC when I have a soul food craving. I go to KFC because I want to get food fast and I don't feel like waiting, and I'll take some fried chicken.
Why we say KFC and not Popeyes?
I like KFC more than Popeyes.
You like KFC more than Popeyes?
The old Popeyes was better. The new Popeyes ain't it.
The new Popeyes, I agree with you on that. But the new Popeyes is still even better than than KFC.
No, I don't like the new. I'd rather go to Louisiana.
Okay.
I mean, but if I'm going to go get soul food where I can sit in my car and wait in the drive-through, I'd rather get KFC over the new Popeyes. The new Popeyes in LA is horrible.
You're not getting soul food when you go to these places.
I'm saying if that was the goal, if my goal was to go get fried chicken, not soul food, but fried chicken, right?
They actually do need to make a drive-in soul food spot, though.
It probably wouldn't be. It probably wouldn't be sold food. It would be soulful, and I think convenience.
Hold on, did you say sold food like SOLD?
No, it wouldn't be soul food or sold food.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be that.
They probably got one of them shit somewhere, though. I bet.
They do. I'm saying, but you get what I'm saying. The convenience is the killer of quality.
I don't get it, but I think we understand the quality is not going to be the good. But they need like a Kizzy's or.
Yeah, but I don't want to water down soul food.
Grandma's Kitchen.
You do want it. You want fucking. I mean,
no, that's just fried chicken. That's not soul food.
No, see what he's saying towards it is this though, and that's why we always I ask the question at times, like people say. Somebody pull up on you on the street, they go, "Yeah, where's the good place for me to go eat at?" You know what I'm saying?
He gonna say Taco Bell.
You're not gonna point them towards no fast food spot.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna point them towards the fast food spot. You're gonna point them towards a good restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Go say that's the same thing with like when it comes to music though too. You know what I'm saying? Somebody come and ask you, "Yo, what's a good album I can listen to?" You're not gonna point them towards the fast food music. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna point them to something that's gonna stick to their ribs and shit like that.
Exactly.
Hey, because of y'all, I'm gonna be honest with you, really because of G. No, I'm about to start going all around tasting all soul food. I'm about to be putting that shit out.
Be a critique on soul food?
Yeah, I'm about to because y'all niggas got me
yelping.
Feeling like I don't even know what food tastes like now. G didn't paint this picture that I don't know what food like.
Yeah, but you kind of don't open your palate enough to basically want to eat different types of things.
What y'all talking about? My palate is way more vast than you guys.
It's not.
Y'all sound cool. Okay.
You also eat. You also eat.
You like muffins. You like muffins over cornbread, B. Like, come on, bro.
So what?
Coach eats. Coach eats with a knowledge of food and nutrition.
Oh, see, that's good though.
That's part of his talent. That's part of his taste bud balance.
Yeah.
So like that's why. But I'm saying we're just tasting food. Coach is like, man, I know I fucked up that food, so I'm gonna make sure I know it's nasty in my mind.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's the reason why you say that. Then that's a great reason.
That's why I said
that is really true. Honestly, I did.
That's why salmon. That's why he likes salmon more than Orange Ruffy. I'm like, you ever tasted them? It's night and day difference.
But I think that some of the shit tastes better than some of the shit. But I do want to go taste some. I do got to go back and refresh my memory. Like mac and cheese. Apparently, I don't. I'm losing.
But that's crazy. The fact that you don't enjoy the taste of macaroni and cheese is absolutely unbelievable.
I think it's crazy that y'all do though.
It's fucking fantastic.
Mac and cheese.
Crazy. Amazing. If it's made right, amazing.
Hey, can somebody explain to me what a fucking mac is?
Macaroni is a noodle.
It's a noodle.
No, macaroni. It's macaroni and cheese, short mac and cheese. Macaroni is a noodle.
Macaroni.
It's the name of a noodle.
So y'all like macaroni. Yeah. Out of all the noodles.
No. Macaroni and cheese is great when you're eating
elbow noodle.
It's
an elbow noodle.
Look, somebody said, "Is he black?" Yes, Coach is black.
Yes, he's black.
He's a health nut, though.
He's a healthy black man.
But doesn't mean I don't have taste buds.
Like Coach is weirdo.
Culture weird. That's crazy.
Because again, black folks, right? We talking about taste, and you are informed of knowledge of what's what. So you're like, so again, now there's certain things that do like what's a macaroni, not knowing macaroni is a noodle. Like spaghetti
macaroni is a
spaghetti
noodle,
is a noodle. Spaghetti is not the name of the dish. Spaghetti is a noodle that you use to make the dish.
I know this.
Okay, so macaroni and cheese is the fact that
mac
use.
Was a joke. Like it was not. I wasn't really a question. I know what a macaroni is. Like
you know what a mac is too.
I know what a mac is too.
K-Way, so coach don't eat coochie. K-Way,
there go K-Way. Where K-Way been at, man?
K-Way, where you been, fool? Pass the bar and threw us away.
K-Way.
I went crazy, man. Welcome back. You might need a lawyer by next week too.
Hey, K-Way had to take a little hiatus. He was eating that coochie.
Eating that coochie.
Macaroni and cheese. So yeah, but again, this is what makes it hard for authenticity to stay in the space. And then like you I don't know, you get caught up trying to explain this time out and time again, where it's like people keep trying to reduce your content down to like some tongue-in-cheek shit. And you're like, man, I really thought about this.
But G, I think something that really came good out of this situation also is that people started understanding what was hip hop and what was not. Because even when I first met you, I was a little confused on what hip hop was and what was not. Because I was talking about Drake was hip hop. At first, I was like, nah, Drake is kind of hip hop. I was a little on the fence about it. I was like, nah. And then after you broke it down and, so you did you've done your research and I was like, oh, shit. And it started dawning on me. I was like, this nigga was 100% right. He's not hip hop. So I think that people starting to understand what's hip hop and what's not hip hop. I think we hear somebody rap and just make him hip hop immediately. Like, oh, he's a rapper. He's hip hop. But that ain't really how it works.
And I think it's something worth preserving. Like our culture is mistreated and threw in the trash like it's nothing.
Facts.
Like we would never say this about nobody else culturally. We would never give this type of access to somebody else's culture easily. I don't give a fuck how much they participate, but this one thing specifically, everybody is nothing. It's like the bottom of the scum. Oh, you hip hop long as you like the music. Oh, if you like the music, if you studied the music, you're hip hop. No, you are not. I can study every last painting from the Italian Renaissance. I can study all the art from the Italian Renaissance. That don't make me Italian. I can read about it and everything.
Watch all the mob movies.
All the mob movies. I'm still not Italian. So I think that everybody wants in because it's a cool thing, but it's cool because these poor people made it cool. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like we always get caught up in that space. And here I am kind of concluding an idea, right? Because I had this idea 2019, and here is the final nail in the coffin. That if you are articulate and you're giving the idea a chance, here is why and further proof. Because right now, the source of his base, the source of Drake's power is the black woman from America that was in college. And here's a black woman, right? Here's a situation where a black woman, like I said, was verbally lynched, verbally and emotionally lynched. And that's not your response to call that person and force them to apologize and make it right. Not just say, hey, I'm not going to talk about it no more. Not just avoid it and then talk about the business behind people talking about it, right? Talking about streamings or all that. It's like, bro, this is not that. Right? But to say, hey, you know what? I went too far. It's not a big deal. And I'm just tired of people making it like it would be a big deal for that man to say, I'm sorry to that sister. Like, this got a little too far. Like, got in my feelings. Shout out to Supremacy. Thank you for the $5. Did you guys see or hear about Adin's friend getting shot at? And if you have, do you think that's real or just content? I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about it.
I don't know anything about it.
I didn't hear nothing about it.
I definitely don't know nothing about his friends.
No, I didn't hear nothing of it. Hope he good though.
God dang, Trey.
I said I hope he good. What you mean?
Oh, I thought you said I hope he did.
No, I know. Come on, bro. I ain't seen
no
shit like that. No.
By the culture.
I hope he good.
Shout out to Blame It on Des. What up, Des? Thank you for the $20. By the culture, I mean the roots, the ones closest to the ground. Is R&B when the culture feels love. Hip hop is when the culture feels fired up. It's jazz when we feel content. Content is blues when we feel sad, and so on and so on. That's some actually interesting ideas.
Yeah.
But it's all about artistic expression, long as you are of the culture. We was just talking about that this morning, and Trap kind of was losing his mind, and I was saying we're not going to go into it, but I'm saying artistically speaking, hip hop is the manifestation of this culture and those artistic merits.
That comment made me think the Roots name was doper now.
I ain't looking at it like that. That is fine. I never looked at the Roots name.
Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $2. Low Rider. Tell him, Breezy. You know. Shout out to Gino. Gino, what up, fool? Thank you for the $2. Keep your foot on him, G. I'm going to keep this intellect on him if I get close enough. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $2. Corduroy. You're going deep. Shout out to Brian Russell. Thank you for the $50. Felt like I'm in class. This lesson is fire. That's the point of it. At least we trying to share ideas. Shout out to Beach Boy Dre Beach. Thank you for the $5. You know what's crazy, G? We know more about UK hip hop culture than Canada, and they right next door to us. That's a great point.
No, that is the point.
That's a great point. I think that is the point, exactly. Shout out to Nikki Dream. Thank you for the $5. This is why people wanted to Crip Walk when they first heard Not Like Us. When we heard Mustard on the beat, we identified with the West Coast, definitely with the street urban culture of it all.
I don't know, one Canadian dance.
Shout out to K-Way. Thank you for the $5. We got to stop calling this plagiarizing copy-paste organ great. I mean, I think record making is kind of a level of that. You know, it's like when you hear Ray Charles create, like, I Got a Woman, knowing the main source of inspiration is Must Be Jesus by Southern Tones. I think that's what makes pop records great. That's why it's built that way. So it's like when I hear Billie Jean and I could recognize My Sharona, right, by the Neck. Or when I hear Billie Jean and I can recognize Hall & Oates, I can't go for that. You know what I mean? That's how the records work. What makes Michael Jackson fantastic is everything all together, not just a record maker. You know what I'm saying? So it's a ton of, that's how pop records go. They're all like similar concepts that are bred from something that feels familiar, and it's usually some ethnic or urban thing.
They said, no can do. No can do. No can do.
I might be getting played in the whip later on.
Yeah, that's one of them things right there.
Shout out to Beach Boy Dre Beach. Thank you for the $5. We haven't gotten timestamp Drizzy since Tory been locked up. Before they were cool, what they was really beefing about. Tory more talented. I don't know. I wasn't like in that. I don't even know about that.
I don't know about that, but Tory dope though.
Shout out to Chubby Yogi. Thank you for the $10. Both you and Sauce Walker been exposed Drake. I don't think it's nothing to expose.
Been on his heels. Sauce been on him.
I don't think it's nothing to expose. We just talking about hip hop, and then here's something that just fits. That's not like I don't care about trying to expose him. That's a waste of time. I don't know what. I think he's been obvious and forthcoming with who he is and who he's not. I think y'all just ignoring it, so it makes it seem like I'm exposing him.
Yeah, hard to expose somebody who said they was pop.
Shout out to Supremacy. Thank you for the $5. OBS is the hip hop with Tom Cruise. It's the Japanese audience watching him play The Last Samurai. Good acting, good performance, but that's where it stops. I never watched it. I saw that.
I never watched it either, but I know about
that. Like bullshit.
Last Samurai is crazy because I watched it when I was young.
That was crazy.
And after I heard this, but it was a good movie though. I ain't gonna front.
Yeah. Once I saw Tom Cruise playing the Japanese man, I was like, nah, I'm off.
Yeah, it was good though, but it was long as fuck.
Damn, trap your ass hanging out. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $2. John Legend makes harder music than Drake.
Trap, you about to get us banned, man.
Apologize for that.
Shout out to Vicky. Thank you for the $5. Salute to No Ceilings by Glasses Malone, Coach Trap, mods, and the chat. Shout out to the mods, man. Make this thing go. Shout out to the whole table.
Trap, we're gonna have to get a Patreon for that.
Yo, I was that bad though. My bad, bro. I'm trying to get some light up in here.
Shout out to Molly Crew. Thank you for the $5. Drake never stood for the culture, only relished the clout he could receive from I'm the culture he co-opted. Oh, from the culture he co-opted. Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't think he even said he was. So that's the crazy part. Shout out to Leonardo. Thank you for the $20. Why, as a black man, would I need a PR team to rectify a situation regarding my black women? Ken protect Ken. It's a deep point. Shout out to Jeremy Cole. Thank you for the $2. Doechii was smoke MAGA Minaj. Damn, MAGA Minaj is crazy.
MAGA Minaj is crazy.
Not crazy.
Shout out to October. Thank you for the $2. G, Drake called Act and made him apologize to SZA. That's good then. That's a great start.
Oh.
But he likes SZA though.
I mean, that's a good start.
Hey.
Shout out to Natasha. Thank you for the 50 check dollars. Hi, Glasses. I was just watching the group chat podcast with you, AD, Jason Martin, Manny, and Pun. Really enjoyed the podcast. Keep it going. I got you. Shout out to Alexa. Thank you for the $5. Ack is a black immigrant who has never connected with or respected Black America. He just eats off you all. I think that's obvious. I think that's obvious, right? I don't know. Shout out to Nessa Moon. Thank you for the $10. Much love. K-Way for real. What up, dog? Thank you for the $5. Harriet Tubman with a smoke act. He represents the downfall, betrayal, and infiltration of Black Americans' most important movements. Damn.
It's great, man. We get a lot of Harriet Tubman with the smoke people.
Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $5. Stand with me in public. Hold me accountable in private. That's that real gang shit. That's how we do the thing. And that's how I treat Black people. Like, I'm going to stand with you in public, and then in private, I'm going to let you know you out of line. Shout out to K-Way. Thank you for the $10. His behavior shows he hates Black women. He's repeatedly mentioning Black women in a negative light and dragging them into his beefs with other men, and literally said on stage, twerking with a dictionary. Shout out to Beloved Bone. Thank you for the $5. They view anything rap or Black as hip-hop. That's the truth. They associate you saying Drake isn't hip-hop as if he's not Black or Black enough to be hip-hop. It's silly. Kanye started that bullshit-ass shit. I hate that punk-ass shit. I hate that they didn't. I hate that Kanye did trap. I hate that shit. I hate that that's what they done made it. Like, those two have anything to do with each other at that point. And he is responsible for that shit. Shout out to Mika. Thank you for the $20. Tides. Much love and respect. G, trapping coach.
What's up? What's up?
65 shutdown. Thank you for the $2. Damn, I logged in late anyway. Red Rose, white ceiling. It's all good. The episode gonna be here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The hour going in.
That's a fact.
Shout out to Fatima, one of the moderators. Thank you, Fatima, for moderating this chat. Thank you for always supporting and being down. Squishy, Joey, Fats, all the people that moderate this chat. You know what I mean? I really appreciate y'all. It's been a long building process. Thank you for the $10. Glasses, you have about 10 solid YouTubers who are supporting you 10 toes down. Better to have 10 to 20 solid ones than a million lanes. I agree with that.
So them less is more, nigga. There's plenty of us.
Shout out to 65 Shutdown. Thank you for the $5. Coach, no mac and cheese. You eat potato salad with raisins? Definitely eat potato salad with raisins.
Nah, no, he don't. No, he don't. Don't put that on him.
See,
don't put that on him. Don't do that.
GB co-sign this craziness.
Yeah.
Coach, I believe you. You said
I don't even like raisins.
Dressing. You said stuffing is better than dressing.
They the same thing.
They are not.
Stuffing and dressing is the same.
You eat stovetop. Dressing. Nobody that makes dressing uses stovetop.
Remember he took the picture. Remember he took the picture of the box like it's going down. He said it's going down.
Bro.
Ask Cap.
No,
shout out to Shorty B. He meant it. Shout out, thank you for the $2. I won't eat everybody's mac. Now, some people mac ain't right, especially like that Kraft mac.
That's why I say you gotta be the right
Shout
mac.
out to Baseline AZ. Thank you for the $2. Sup, table. Can we get T-Rail as a guest, G? Y'all want to see T-Rail at the table? I get T-Rail up here.
That's a private chat trap.
I get T-Rail up here if y'all want T-Rail at the table. I want the homies at the table. We can do a Fig Community takeover. Shout out to K-Way. Thank you for the $5. Mac and cheese is essential to the Black man's soul. The sound of it being stirred replicates the sounds of a woman with that good. Catch the rhythm. It's low-key true.
That good.
Yeah, that's how I be sounding. Mixing
that macaroni on. That macaroni
Shout out to Black October. Thank you for the $5. Hey, G, I think you revisit the Tory versus Meg case. We love our Black women, but we also got to protect our brothers. That case has a lot of layers. No, it does not. There's no layers to that case. There's media to that case. There's no layers. None. Not a single layer. I hate that shit is even presented like there was a chance that something was wrong.
Using fear for his life.
That is not true. There's no layers to that case, October. None. All the charges were easily chargeable. There's no layers. All that is a great job of a publicist that's a friend of mine's creating publicity to hopefully steer the court of public opinion away from convicting him when they pick the jury. That case was open and shut from the first day. It was open and shut. His ass a dumbass, man. That's just dumb.
That case is embarrassing too, to be honest with you.
Dumb. It was no layers. It wasn't nothing. And the way y'all treated that lady is crazy. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself, man. How y'all treated me. That shit fucked up. That was just ridiculous. That was so whack and raggedy and horrible. That shit was horrible. I told one of my partners in real life, I'm like, bro, that's horrible that you are buying into the court of public opinion when this is a simple case. Like the charges were simple. Y'all did that black lady bad, man. Y'all owe that black lady a lot of apologies, bro. Y'all owe Meg a ton of apologies. Y'all was horrible. Shout out to Bond, the baby girl 1 Trey 5. Can we have the same energy for Trump that we have for Adin? Oh, I think they already got that energy for Trump. People be mad at Trump. Shout out to Questions. Thank you for the $20. As a black older woman in this country, it is so refreshing to know chivalry in our community is not dead. Salute. That's crazy. They felt chivalry was dead. When did you know what? That is true because everybody be like, oh, you know what you bringing to the table? It'd be so weird. Every time I see a man have a conversation like, what you bringing to the table? I'll be like, man, you got a vagina.
That's what you bringing to the table?
No, I'm saying the man got a vagina. If you asking a woman what she bringing to the table, you have a vagina. She should be bringing your plate.
I mean, in K-Way's words, she's bringing that vagina to the table.
Feel me? Fresh on the plate.
Little
Shout out to 65 Shutdown. Thank you for $2. Coach, as a black man, you should not eat stovetop. I'm telling you.
Y'all tripping on stovetop.
Stovetop stuffing for your microwave oven.
Shout out to Motley Crue. Thank you for the $5. As a Georgia peach, stuffing is not dressing. Fail.
They're the same thing. Georgia
not
peach.
The same.
Georgia peach.
The same thing.
Shout out to Natasha. Thank you for the $20. Glasses. Can we get Mac Wop at the table? If y'all want Mac at the table, I'll get him. That's my boy. Mac's the homie. Good shot to do. But yeah, y'all owe that lady an apology. Y'all was doing Meg fucked up. And I remember talking about that on Twitter. I was like, y'all is foul and raggedy. I don't know what that black lady did for y'all to hate that black lady the way y'all hate her outside of being black. That's why I'm starting to realize, like, this is crazy. Y'all just really hate this black lady because she black. Shout out to Jeremy. Thank you for the $2. Drake had Ack apologize to SZA because he needed a feature. Blow the man cover. No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here, noon Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. I hope this got you through your lunch break. I really hope it got you through your lunch break. I know we all back to work on this fresh Monday. Get that shit together. Gonna be a long year, but we're gonna make sure we get y'all through as often as possible. It's about 159 of these during the year, somewhere close, somewhere like that. It's a lot of them, and we're gonna keep trying to have these intelligent conversations with y'all. Just stay tapped in. If you're on Twitter, retweet this link. If you're on YouTube, like it, double tap the screen. If you're on Facebook, share this post. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The hour be going in. We do the stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. You can check out the No Ceilings podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Ceilings podcast is executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. Listen, the official sponsor of the No Ceilings podcast and the lunch hour is mealsbymanny.com. MANNIE.com. For the 2026, if you are tired of cooking, if you want to lose weight, hell, if you want to gain weight, head over to mealsbymanny.com. Manny got the greatest meals in the world. He takes his time and really puts his foot in it. You're going to get right. And if you're tired of using that Lowry seasoning salt, head over to mealsbymanny.com, MANNIE.com. Get some of that Hood Fire seasoning. Great combination seasonings to give you different variety of flavor on whatever it is you cooking. My man Manny in the house. Much love to everybody. We'll see y'all Wednesday. Shout out to P. Russell. He said, keep standing on business. I promise you I will. Ain't nothing else to do. Real.
Easy.
We'll see y'all Wednesday.
Peace out. Hey,
much love.
Easy.
I know you've seen the trap. Trap Stap is crazy.
Trap stamp was crazy. My bad, y'all. I apologize for that, y'all. I was trying to turn the lights on, man.
Hey, Trap OnlyFans coming soon. Coming soon. Trap OnlyFans.
Easy, y'all. Easy. My apologies.